What's up, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Erasure, and we're going back to their third album, 1988, The Innocents. I mentioned it a couple times. I've been particularly excited to go through this album because it features tunes, a couple tunes that I remembered from my youth. I remembered hearing on the radio, both Ship of Fools and Chains of Love. And so when I decided to go on this real deep dive and kind of rediscover Erasure and follow their story much beyond what I originally did, I was very excited to get this one because, again, it had a couple sort of touchstones that I remembered from my youth, but I've enjoyed many other songs on the album as we've gone through it. So we're up to the 11th tune, which is called Weight of the World. As a phrase, it's interesting. I think it is often used to refer to all of the burdens, responsibilities, anxieties, stresses, and other care of the world being loaded onto one person in particular. Like, the phrase is often, oh, you know, he's got the weight of the world on his shoulders, which, again, whether it's the hopes or aspirations of other people or the expectations of other people, or again having to take on the burdens and the struggles of people beyond yourself, or you know, the emotional gravity of the situation, if it all sort of falls on you, you know, whether it comes to decision making or just, you know, the ramifications of things that have already happened, it's often used to refer to a wide range of people, and again, their aspirations, hopes, burdens, and so on, all being consolidated and placed at the feet of one person in particular, or maybe one organization, or one you know, movement, or so on. So again, the weight of the world, that's what it makes me think of. It makes me think of, you know, everybody collectively putting their emotions or attitudes or expectations, you know, whether those are positive or negative, whether they're, you know, sort of hopes and aspirations, or whether they're struggles and burdens that have to be sort of like outsourced or like diluted by, you know, letting someone else take over, again, the responsibilities of the ramifications. So that's what comes to mind when I think of the phrase. And, you know, maybe in an emotional sense, you can feel like you have the weight of the world on your shoulders when you're unfairly set upon in a relationship. Maybe, you know, you're made to feel bad, or you're burdened with the other person's baggage, you know, even though you don't necessarily deserve it, and therefore you feel like you have the weight of the world on you, the weight of love itself on you, perhaps. You know, not that one person's struggles would represent the weight of the entire world, but if it feels like you're holding, you know, sort of the gravity of love itself, just manifesting through this particular circumstance, then that could feel very heavy and daunting and overwhelming. So we'll have to see how it manifests, but let's get to it. This is Erasure, The Weight of the World, from their 1988 album, The Innocents. Sort of a bit more smooth and kind of lower tempo than some of their other tracks. I love that high.
Little wise man, you got the sweetest notion.
In like a naive way, or like
Just once in a lifetime,
how quaint.
you need a helping hand.
Oh,
You keep it wrapped up inside. It's like a needle portion.
I like the double Andes.
Don't take it any further now, baby. Whoa, no need you anywhere. Whoa, it's pushing and hurting you, baby. Whoa, I'll say it in prayer. No other wise man could take the hurt like you do.
No other wise man can take the hurt like you.
Gets to you somehow.
Got a high threshold for baggage and suffering.
In your hands and the weight of the world on your shoulders.
Okay.
Whoa, don't take it any further now, baby. Whoa,
Don't take it any Andy synth line. There's a descriptive label I'm trying to put my finger on.
It's like a lethal potion. Whoa, don't take it any further, baby. Whoa, don't be generous. Whoa, it's pushing out of you, baby. Whoa, I'll say a little prayer. Don't take it any further now, baby. Whoa.
That was Andy too, or that was one vocal there that almost sounded like a female vocal. I know he can really go high and like falsetto, but that one right there, that's him too. Yeah, it's cool. Again, lyrically, I gotta hear it some more times. It seemed like he's talking about someone who, again, has a great capacity for holding the weight of the world on his shoulders, but it sounds like it is wearing on them to some degree. You got your head in your hands, and it seems like Andy is suggested to them, you shouldn't put up with that, or you shouldn't have to go through that. But yeah, I gotta listen to it some more times. Maybe I'm not reading that right, so let me know if there's a particular line that's instructive or so on. But yeah, it's a cool tune. Again, it had a bit of a slightly slower, not slow by any means like per se, but they've had tunes which felt a little more poppy, a little more energetic, where this is a little more like, and again, I was trying to find the right label. It's like, it felt maybe a little more pop than synth. Like, it's synth pop, but like I felt like, the chorus and so on, I felt kind of like contemporary, like pop music a little more in some parts than it felt like that like really electric kind of synth pop sound. So yeah, again, I'm not sure I'm articulating the way it was hitting me exactly as I would like to describe it, but just in this case it feels like I have a slight poverty of language. I do apologize, but yeah, it was a cool tune. I enjoyed it. There's literally no tune I've heard from them where I'm like, it's sort of a dud. So yeah, maybe not my favorite tune from them yet, or even on this album, but a cool tune. And like I said, I'd like to hear it some more to try to pick up on the lyrics. So let me know what you think. Other than that, I will see you next time.